So your current phone is dying and you can't wait to upgrade to a brand new one. Well, don't worry, we've got you covered. Here are what we think are the best phones so far this year. The most well-designed phone so far has to be Vivo's X60 Pro. It pays so much attention to the choice of material and its texture. It is probably one of the slimmest phones you can get this year. The back of the phone is protected by a matte Gorilla Glass 6 with a nice gradient brush metal look, and it does stand out from many of the flagship phones that comes with a glossy reflective finish. Another phone that we have to mention is the Oppo Find X3 Pro. The Gorilla Glass 5 back curves up to meet the camera bump. This makes it look like the camera is part of the phone instead of an isolation like an island. This engineering feat also helps to minimize the accumulation of dust and getting caught in things when you're pulling out from your pocket or your bag. When it comes to bold innovation, it has to be Asus. At a time when most flagship phones are growing bigger, Asus decided to go the opposite direction, making their flagship phones smaller. The Asus Zenfone 8 has all the flagship specs like the Snapdragon 888, 120Hz screen, a really kick-ass audio system. All these in a tiny body that is almost the same size as the Pixel 4a. Another bold innovation is their continued pursuit to be the best gaming phone. The ROG series of gaming phones continued this year with the ROG Phone 5. And just like every year, the ROG gaming phones are probably the best gaming phone you can get, as not many phone makers are targeting this market. Other than being really fast, it has geeky features like a customizable LED screen on the back cover, and also tons of accessories to improve your gaming experience on a phone. None of the phones that Asus made this year are normal. They've brought the flip camera back this year with the Zenfone 8 Flip. The flip camera makes sense as it brings your best main camera to your selfie game. But it didn't make it as a mainstay, as most phone makers are avoiding it due to its fragility and probably the extra cost to produce the motorized moving parts. Traditionally, most flip cameras have only two angles, front and back. But Asus have decided to allow a whole 180-degree usable angle for creativity. So you basically can choose which angle to shoot within the flipping range. This, we think, will be helpful to content creators who are constantly looking at new ways to create their content. It has always been neck and neck between the Samsung Galaxy S and the iPhone when it comes to cameras, and it still is. Although we would have preferred the color science and the truer-to-life pictures from the iPhone, unfortunately, the new iPhone won't usually be out until somewhere in September. But that said, Samsung's S21 Ultra does take some awesome pictures that are very sharp and crisp. It shoots really well at night with its low f1.8 aperture and optical image stabilization on the main camera. Its focusing is also very accurate and fast due to the adoption of both face detection autofocus and laser autofocus. We have yet to review the new Xperia phones by Sony, but we think it may be worthy to get a mention. We usually like the pictures produced by the Sony sensors, and we hope the lens on the Xperia matches it. The Asus Zenfone 8 is one of the few phones using Sony's sensor, which captures truer-to-life colors. To be honest, most cameras on flagship devices these days perform very well, and you won't be able to tell the difference between pictures and videos taken on each of these cameras. And if you do, you're probably better off just getting yourself a mirrorless camera anyway. There you have it, the best phone so far for 2021. Can't wait to see what's up next in the second half of the year. And when that happens, we will sure to review them for you. So subscribe to us on our social media channels, and if you've already done so, thank you very much for your support. We'd like to hear from you too, so do chat with us from time to time. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.